Hello, my wonderful people. It is such a beautiful day today here in Berlin, and I am really excited to do this reading because I want to know what's coming in next week. I've been having some effortless manifestations just come into my life, and I think the reading is going to be about some sort of manifestation. Yeah, some sort of manifestation maybe coming your way, or because often when the way things are unfolding in my life is often like a people who are watching this, it's often like a premonition for them too, what might be coming into their lives very soon. Yeah, and that's what I am feeling, that may be coming very soon into your lives too. Something exciting, something perhaps just an unblockage of just something that had been holding whatever you're trying to manifest back. It was kind of holding it back, but now it's like a floodgates, right? Once you open the floodgates, the flow just goes, and there's something that would have been blocking it, and we'll discover today in today's reading what comes up. And I'm here for it. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes up. So this is the deck I'm going to use. Absolutely stunning deck. I always loved using this deck. We have this card, I feel like last time too. Temperance. Balance. Again, balance has been a very big theme, so I think it's going to carry on into the next week. I do feel like, I just saw the bottom of the deck, which is Five of Wands, conflict. This is the blockage. What conflict is going on within you? Yeah, there's some conflict. Either it could be a conflict about whether to leave a relationship or not, whether to leave a job or not, whether to leave a location or not, it's like the unblockage is there because you're in two places at once. Whereas what you're truly just wanting is this balance, but you have inner conflict going on, and you're like, how? And in order to let those floodgates open, it requires you to making a decision. Like I said, it's a very, very big theme for this year, decisions and revolutions. Decisions and revolutions that, there's a big theme. And there's a big theme in terms of revolutions about women's empowerment. And we're already seeing signs of it in South Korea with this new 4B. Well, I don't know if it's new actually. I'm not sure exactly how many years it's been going on for. But there's something called 4B movement. So women in South Korea are taking more and more part into movement of feminism called 4B movement. And in this 4B movement, there are 4 things that women in South Korea are saying no to. One is marriage, the second is having children, the third is romance, and fourth is like, I'm not sure, I think it's like relationships. Any kind of relationships with a man. And it is an extreme movement, and I'm not going to go into what my stance is on that or anything like that, but it is interesting to note that this is taking place right now in the world, and it's becoming quite popular, and it's a way to leave the patriarchy entirely, or that we can't make a difference, we can't make a change, or like our voices are not being heard. Then what? You stop your access to men completely. And it's quite an extreme way to go about it, but it is interesting to note that this is happening. Again, this is not necessarily my stance or what I necessarily agree with or feel, but I do want to point it out that it's interesting that this is coming up at this time of the year, and also the popularity of it. And in the West, we are having, this is the extreme example in South Korea, and in the West, we are having some similar movements where you know, with this whole like feminine and masculine energy movement, which perhaps was there to like a couple of years as well, but a couple of years ago as well. But it's only now that it's becoming very popular. Like more and more women are kind of moving away from this girl boss movement from 2010 into a new movement, accepting those parts of ourselves that we don't have to be a certain way in order to make money in the patriarchy and have those equal rights. So my job on this channel is not necessarily to give my stance, but I do like to observe what is happening in the world and how does that impact us, and how can we take actions accordingly with the divine, with the universe, to have the most guidance in these revolutions and in decision making. That's my purpose in this, for this channel. And so that being said, that was a bit of a tangent, but I felt like it was a very important theme because it's a global theme. So it is, you may take comfort in knowing that you're not alone. Why a lot of people are not wanting to date, women, sorry, why a lot of women are not wanting to date, why there is inner conflict. And these are the exact reasons why I do coaching for women too, with women empowerment in terms of how to negotiate your salary. And in certain male dominated fields, I've also worked as an engineer where often I've been the only one, and actually it can really be it's a really distinct experience, and things you feel, you will often gaslight yourself. Let's check what comes up. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. It's just this, in the entire deck of tarot, Nine of Pentacles is the most independence, the card of independence, successful life, a happy, fulfilled life of a single person. Couldn't be more topical, right? So I think if you're wanting this, and if you feel, a message for someone specific might be, if you're wanting this kind of a life right now, it's understandable, and you might be facing pressure from like the society around you, from the people around you who are telling you, hey, it's time to get married, hey, you're getting older, it's time to start a family, it's time to have this, it's time to have your own place and settle down and doing all this and blah 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 blah, societal expectations, especially if you are from an immigrant immigrant families, and where it's perhaps more traditional views, you may be facing it. And I'm here to tell you that value your independence above that, and you can rise above it. It's not easy. I face it. I definitely face it. I empathize with all of you because I'm going through the exact same thing too, or I do go through the exact same thing. Luckily, I have very amazing people around me who are now supportive, and I feel more and more like I can be myself, and that comes with time. And if you don't have those people, actively search for those people. I'm one of those people, so if you resonate with my channel, then this is also for message for you to say that you're not alone. It's okay. You take your time, and if you're choosing this single life, it makes sense. It makes sense. A lot of women are, especially, why is there a rise of lots of boundary setting, assertiveness, a lot of recognizing signs of narcissism and all of this. There's a rise in all of these topics. These are, perhaps you can say, it's trending signs of gaslighting, manipulation, and all of this. And it's this, by the way, is not just for women. This happens with women do it too to men. Yeah, it's not just, I'm not trying to say that this is just for, just one way round. But it is, again, interesting to note that this is on the rise. The signs to recognition of these signs is on the rise. So it's because it's been happening. The reason why it resonates with a lot of people is because it's happening. It's a real thing. Okay. Queen of Swords. Very interesting. Very interesting. Queen of Swords. Yeah. I'm almost like saying a message and the card is appearing, which links to the message. So this is basically the card of boundary setting, and really like if you're feeling in this phase of like independent woman wanting to be like you want to have your shit together first and then kind of like invite the right people in. This is that card. This is someone who is wise, logical, and very cutthroat. They're a bit of a, it's someone who would say things like, I'm not going to put up with that. So I'm just, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm leaving this way of life, way of being, working with certain people, working in a certain environment, being in a certain relationship. And you just want to feel equal. You want to be in more spaces to feel equal, and that balance and equality first comes from within, this balance that you're searching for comes first from within. So yeah, big message. Yeah, manifesting a single, financially secure, single, successful life for yourself, where you feel like you are in charge of it and you are protected. It all comes down to the main feeling of safety. How safe do we feel? Yeah, I have to say, like, I'm definitely like people in my life that I'm attracting. And if you are watching my videos, you're most likely on some sort of a spiritual path too. And like on this path, often people like just that you no longer connect with, you often won't have to like break up with them. You would naturally fall apart. Naturally, like you would just not receive texts from them. You would just not connect with them in the same way, or you just wouldn't feel it. It means that you have healed certain parts of you that are no longer a connection to those people that used to be there. I've had that massively in the last 6 months. I've had the biggest transformation ever. I literally don't, like, so many people have just fallen out of my experience, and it can be quite a lonely path, which is exactly why I make these videos, because it isn't the most, what's the word? It can be lonely at times, because often you choose yourself, and the more you choose yourself, the people who perhaps don't agree with that will fall away. And that's just part of the journey, and that is just part of the journey. Yeah, but it's not to worry, because it means new people will come in. Immense new people have been coming into my life in all ways, in ways of friendships, work situations, work collaborations, romance, and all of these areas of my life are so different to what it was 6 months ago. And like, I'm not even in connection with any of those people anymore. Not any, like, a lot of people, the ones who have come with me are on a similar path with me, and same vice versa, right? However, it is, this Three of Pentacles is saying, it's okay, just have a little patience. Those people are coming, that collaboration, that romance that you're wanting with the right people who are respectful to you. Dating situations, the more work collaborations, perhaps people you just resonate with, people who you just feel like are uplifting and non-draining energies. That is on your way, really on your way. Okay, let's get 2 more cards. Is that justice? Absolutely. You're getting justice for it. The fact that you have chosen yourself at multiple points and have decided, you know what, I'm leaving this toxic thing behind. It's not serving me. My life is better than that. I'm leaving this behind. I'm leaving that behind. And it's hard to do, really hard to do. But it starts off by, and you don't have to do it all at once. It can be quite like daunting for your body to do it slowly, and often those people will just naturally fall away. You just won't connect on the same level as perhaps you did in the past, and it just you won't connect. It will be more of a natural, organic process, and your justice will be served. It will be replaced by new, yeah, yes, new people, but also new feelings of just deep connection to yourself, to the universe, to source, and like those of you who believe in spirit guides or God, your connection to the source, to the universe, will strengthen so much that you often won't feel like something is missing. I feel that way. I often don't feel like there is anything missing in my life. Like I don't feel like there is something missing, you know? Even when I don't have all the things that I want to experience in my life, it never, not never, after doing a lot of healing, I really feel like I don't feel like something is missing. I don't get Sunday scaries anymore. I used to be like, oh, tomorrow I have to do this and go to work. And I used to like, I never liked that feeling of like Monday work, I have to go, and Sunday scaries feeling. And like, I never get it anymore. I haven't had it in like a year. And it's such a better way to live. To not have those Sunday scaries, to not have like, oh, I need to work, or oh, I need to like see these people. I don't get it anymore. It really is a fulfilling path. And I often feel like an ordinary life is the best life. An ordinary fulfilled life is the best life. People often do want to be in public eye, famous, and I think that's valid. I pretty much wanted that when I was very young, and sometimes I still do, and I think there's validity in that because we want to be seen, heard, and all of these things. But truly a fulfilled life is an ordinary life, finding that magic in the ordinary life. Yeah. Okay, I think those were quite a few messages. Let's just get a few, maybe last couple of messages. Anyone wondering when is it coming? Whatever you're wanting to come in, it is within reach, on its way. Don't worry, it's closer than you think. It's orbiting you. Oh, okay. Seeing things for what they are. Certain situations, this card is more like acceptance. Accept that something didn't work out. A relationship didn't work out. This person is not who you thought they were. This job isn't what you thought it was. These people don't have the best for you. Other people do have the other, and it's not their fault. It's just simply they are doing the best for them. It's just that your best doesn't look the same. Both of your best. Make space for it. All right, it's time to declutter. Whether that's belief systems, physical space in your life, feng shui. Do go into principles of feng shui. We are coming into spring season, so get rid of those old wintry clothes if that helps you too. It's time to make space for it in your life. Something needs to be let go of. When I left my job in December, the things that have just been coming into my life have been immense. Like, it's really like quite a different path. I like my life compared to 2 months ago is very different to what I'm living right now. So make space for it, because I made space for it. It doesn't have to be like just leaving your job. It's just for me, I wanted to live with my purpose and like figure out my next steps. And it's not to say I won't go back to it. It's just I needed that space to figure out how can I live my purpose in this world, and what changes can I make, and how to make those changes. And when you make space for it, that can look like just getting really like removing certain old things in your house, because things hold energy, and if they remind you of your past, your ex, your certain time at like a previous job you used to wear it, but you don't identify with that person anymore, it's time to donate or let that go, or to sell. It makes a huge difference. It has made a huge difference in my life, and that's the energy we are getting. big messages this in this reading. I feel like yeah, there's a lot to take in there. Again, take what resonates with you, leave out the rest. These readings are open to everyone. But if you want to have a personal reading, really find out like, okay, well, this is happening currently in my life, and how can I take those steps forward? Because I'm scared. I'm scared to take those steps forward because I can't see what is coming next. Book a session with me, and this is what I help you with, and we get cards for you, and we make a plan of what to do next, and I guide you through those steps because I've been through them too completely, and it's easier to do it when you have guidance rather than doing it alone, hands down. And there are people like you out there who are going through similar things, so you're not alone. You're not alone. All right, I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next reading.